Welcome back. Let's stay in the African continent, rather. Kenyans are awaiting the election results on Tuesday. They voted for a new president after almost a decade under Uhuru Kenyatta's rule. Early results show the two front-runners, Raila Odinga and William Ruto, are running neck to neck. The elections have shown a low voter turnout, however. But let's discuss this further with Kenyan journalist Manase Otsialo, who joins us now live from Nairobi. Manase, thank you very much for your time here on eNCA. Firstly, how's it going in terms of the tallying of the votes? I understand that about 90% at least of all regions have handed in their totals.
Thank you for having me. I'm Manase Otsialo from Nairobi, speaking to you on matters election in the country. As we speak right now, our Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, this is a body mandated to look into issues of elections in the country, is putting the voter turnout at 70.4%, meaning a total of 2.7 or 2.8 people have turned out to vote on Tuesday, and at least a total of we don't have any invalid or valid votes at the moment. But vote counting and tallying is ongoing, and several media houses are reporting different tallies. But if we consider what the independent electoral body is doing, we get to know that at least 8.8 million Kenyans or registered voters indeed turned out to vote at the moment. And they're putting the voter turnout this afternoon here in Nairobi at 70.4%.
I'm just going to go back to my question about whether or not are we closer to finding out the results. We found out yesterday that 90% of the votes have already been counted so far. How's it looking at this hour?
At the moment, we might not say we are that too close to getting the final result, because the Constitution allows a 7-day period. So we still have up to Sunday from now. And the electoral body, the chairman of the Kenya electoral body, Mr. Chebugat, has made it so clear that he might take it up to Sunday, because he wants to be very sure with the results he's giving to the Kenyans.
I'm assuming that this is to avoid what happened back in 2017 when basically the Supreme Court ruled that the Electoral Commission had not done things properly. So I assume that he wants to be very careful this time to avoid that. But tell me more about the voter turnout. We had the same problem in South Africa last year during our local government elections, and we all know why people decided not to turn up to vote. One of the reasons is because they've lost confidence in our government. Do you know of any reason why people would stay away in Kenya?
Just as we're putting it, I think you are right. One of the reasons is the lack of confidence in the government of the day. And other issues, we have natural issues in the country, like some parts of the country are currently under drought, facing drought and famine. So most of the people are out. Most of the people are not within the voting areas. They've gone out. Maybe those who are looking after the cattle, the pastoralists, had moved out, going to look for pasture and water for their livestock. And the insecurity in some parts of the country also has actually affected the voter turnout. If you look at the northeastern part of the country, the Somalia-based Al-Shabaab militants have caused a lot of havoc, leaving counties of Wajir, Garissa, and Mandera recording a low voter turnout at the moment. But the situation is improving, and I think out of the 22 million registered voters in the country, the IBC, the electoral body, might get above average in terms of the voter turnout by the time we are closing the tallying process on Sunday.
And of course, you know, looking at the fact that there were some regions, I understand, for instance, in some areas where certain positions were taken away in those regions, and the people of Kenya feeling as though they should stay away from voting because the person that they wanted to vote for were in those particular positions that fell away in those municipalities. Just clarify for us, would that also have something to do with the voter turnout, the low voter turnout?
That won't really affect, because when it comes to issues of elections in this country, Kenya, people are looking at an individual, not really what he has done or what he'll do, but they are very much connected in terms of how much we are related to so-and-so who's vying for this particular seat. So I think it's an issue of someone is selling his own manifesto to the people and how he's presenting it to the people, not really about having been shortchanged or having been picked by so-and-so.
And just lastly, you know, in terms of Raila Odinga and William Ruto, people saying that so far it looks neck to neck. We know that Raila Odinga, this is the 5th time that he's trying to become the president of Kenya, while Ruto, this is the first. He wasn't endorsed, even though he's deputy president, he wasn't endorsed by the current president of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, and that speaks a lot, right? So in terms of the people on the street, who do they identify with? I know that one of them calls themselves a hustler.
You are right on that. There's a hustle, and then there's the other team led by the former Prime Minister Raila and Odinga, who's doing, I think, his 5th attempt. On the two, when it comes to the issue of being neck to neck, I think at the moment it's a matter of people getting the numbers from one stronghold. So it's about where Raila is more favorable than William Samoei Ruto, and where Ruto is more favored than Raila Odinga. So it's a matter of the stronghold of a particular candidate at the moment. But once we are done with the issue of the strongholds, I think we'll have a swing vote from the other regions whereby these people are not really that so much popular. I think that's where the line will be drawn politically.
Manase, just one more question. I mean, we all remember what happened back in 2007, where about 1,200 people lost their lives. And then again in 2017, when the voting was annulled because the Supreme Court had said that the Electoral Commission had not actually done things according to the law, etc. So just talk to me about how far Kenya has come, whether it's the violence that happened in 2007 and the annulling of votes, etc., that happened in 2017, how far the Electoral Commission and the country of Kenya has come in making sure that there are peaceful elections taking place there.
One of the things that I think it's a milestone in the Kenyan political history and the Kenyan way of behavior, people have gained confidence in the judicial system. When the Supreme Court nullified the 2017 elections, it created that sense of we are now safe with our judicial system. So people are now like, we are good to go. There's no need of fighting over politics, but we can let our systems work for us and fight for us. And that was created by the decision of the Supreme Court in 2017. Then another thing is Kenya's fast growing democratically, I'll say that.
Yeah.
And people are coming up knowing that now the issues or where we could fight because of the politics or because of the political candidates is no longer helping us, because at the end of the day, this politician is having some self-interest, is driving, and he lets you there suffering when he goes to the parliament, to the Senate, or to his when he holds that particular position politically. So he won't really matter to him that so-and-so was fighting because of me. So people have come out of they've grown old age, and they understand now politics is about issues and not about fighting.
Thank you so much for speaking to me this afternoon. That was, of course, Kenyan journalist Manase Otsialo coming to us live from Nairobi.